think Nigeria is interesting, but especially when we bring it into the Syrian discourse, for two main reasons. The first thing is we have the different groups, so we have different ethnic groups, but also the religious divide between Muslims and Christians. Similar break lines we find in Syria, where we have different religious groups, different ethnic groups, different linguistic groups, right? So the ethno-linguistic mix is similar, and federalism in Nigeria since the 1960s has basically been a big exercise and experiment on how to make this diversity work and how to bring the different groups together, with changing the number of states, with thinking about the different powers of the central level and the states, but also with a history of military interventions and military dictatorships and violence between different groups when the system wasn't working. The other reason why I think Nigeria is a good example is because of the issue of oil. This will be a key focus in future discussions in Syria as well. It's an important natural resource. It will play a major role in the rebuilding of Syria, and there will be arguments and conflict over how it should be distributed and who should benefit from the income of oil. Nigeria has again experimented with different models. Most experts would say it still hasn't found the right formula because the center is very dominant in the sale and in maximizing the profits from oil, and it kind of distributes it downwards, creating political dependency. However, for example, the constitutional protection of the oil producing states, that they get a fixed additional share of the income because they have to live with the environmental and infrastructural problems that oil production creates. Those kind of provisions, I think, are very interesting for Syria. If we think about where the oil is in Syria, what kind of environmental problems we are already seeing, but also that the oil tends to be in regions which historically have been economically, politically, and socially marginalized. I think there is some interesting parallels why Nigeria might be interesting to look at, despite of some of the problems we still see in Nigeria today, such as corruption and the problematic redistribution of the oil money that creates political dependencies.